We're back here on Kababayan Today. Kasama natin ang mga miyembro ng BAYAN USA. They recently celebrated their 10th year anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you.
10 years. Wow.
Yes.
In the 10 years that you guys have been around, there have been so many people that have been part of this organization looking at all the past events. Ang daming tao! Yeah. So it's grown exponentially. Yeah. Tell me about the 10 years and all the events that you guys put together to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Definitely, yeah. There's been almost practically every week I feel like there's an event to really highlight, because it's really important that, you know, BAYAN is active and out there and vocal on important issues. And so for us, you know, we've been doing tremendous work campaigning around ending human trafficking. We've done work on immigrant rights issues. So every May Day, we mobilize out in the streets and really talk about, you know, the need for legalization for all Filipinos and not neglecting, you know, just a few. And so for us, you know, we've been really active in the community on a number of issues, even just with the recent Ferguson protests. All of our chapter organizations have been out on the streets, you know, really talking against police brutality and really connecting it to even just the state violence that our kababayan face here in the U.S., but also in the Philippines. And so, you know, it's important for us to remain vocal and, you know, continue creating events that inspire Filipino and Filipino Americans to want to get involved.
Okay. Yeah. Was there a party?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the 10 years, I know you were out there and, you know, rallying, but I mean, were there, you know, parties involved?
Yeah. Well, yes, every region kind of celebrated on their own, but it's going to actually culminate into a larger celebration this coming July in the summer. So in July, in Washington, D.C., all of our organizations from, you know, Seattle area, the Bay Area, New York, New Jersey, and here in the Southern California
Okay, wait,
area.
so there are 4 chapters in the United States. Please
Yes.
tell me where they are.
Yeah, so in the Pacific Northwest, we have the Seattle area, and so we also
where Carlos Bulosan is from, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a significant organizing history there as well. In the Bay Area, you know, when you think of Filipinos in Daly City and all around, there's a high concentration there. And then also in the Northeast area, New York, New Jersey, there's a high concentration of Filipinos there. And so wherever you see, you know, Filipinos, you know, we're definitely building organizations and growing the alliance. And of course, here in Southern California, where we see the highest concentration is where, you know, we're all going to be going to Washington, D.C. to really celebrate the 10 years of existence, 10 years of struggle and victory, but then also, you know, we're going to be highlighting some of the ongoing campaigns. And so for us, you know, we still have campaigns tackling the issue of corruption in the Philippines. Like,
that's a big one.
We've heard about the pork barrel scandals.
Yes, PDF, you know, the Million March, 1 Million March, I was part of that in Luneta.
Yeah.
So it really, the Filipinos are mad. They're upset, you know, because you're paying your taxes and yet it just goes to the pockets of the politicians. Yeah. So I'm sure as a Filipino it's disheartening, especially when you live here, because you want, gusto mong umunlad yung ating bayan, di ba? Pero paano mangyayari yon when this is happening? Let's talk numbers.
Yeah.
How many members are there altogether?
Yeah, so there's at least 20 member organizations that are part of BAYAN USA. And so growing from 7 to 20 over the past 10 years is a significant leap forward for all of us. And so, you know, we can count on our organizations, whether they organize youth or students, whether they organize women, workers, artists, or just human rights activists. There are hundreds of us that span across the U.S. and growing. So.
How do you mobilize? It seems like with so many members and so many organizations, it really takes, you know, some organization and to mobilize people to get out there on the streets for what we're passionate about with that one kind of message can be challenging. Terry, what do you think are the challenges in being able to mobilize? These are big numbers of Filipino Americans.
Yeah, I mean, it might look like a challenge, but I think that's the beauty of BAYAN USA is, you know, even though we have all these different member organizations all over the U.S., like, we still are able to unite. We have monthly conference calls where we talk about our general program, and then we leave it up to the different member organizations to implement that program creatively. So, you know, we have people doing things like flash mobs, you know, we have people lobbying their legislators, you know, there's a variety of ways that we mobilize on issues, like on the issue of human rights. So every time there's an issue that's called, there's a national call, and then the member organizations respond to it according to their conditions in their cities. And, you know, and that's part of what makes our movement really vibrant is that there's room for creativity, you know, when we carry out these campaigns, while at the same time having the same message for justice and you know, genuine liberation of the Filipino people.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are definitely in solidarity, and that's a powerful thing. Congratulations to the 10 years, right? And obviously in July, you guys are going to be congregating. Is this going to be open to the public?
Well, it's really for our member organizations, but we invite people to become a member of any of our organizations, whether it's Gabriela, Hobby Arts, or Anakbayan, so that they can really participate in this movement, right, wholeheartedly. And so, yeah, we invite folks to become a member of our organizations. You know, if you want to see genuine change in the Philippines, if you have a passion for social change, if you want to have a purpose bigger than yourself, I mean, these are the reasons why we all joined, and I think that's why we've seen BAYAN USA grow exponentially over the past 10 years.
All right, when we return here on Kababayan Today, malalaman natin how you can become a member. I'm signing up. Okay? All right, magbabalik tayo dito sa Kababayan Today.